Okay, so what we're going to do today is I showed you already how to do like basic character changing swapping with your skeletal meshes, and what we're going to do now is we're going to work on a modular character system, because some people need to know how to do like meta humans or just a modular character system where you can change individual parts of your character. So to do that, you'll go to your FPS folder. Well, first download these two things. So I'll go over here, download this one. I think is free, Modular Insurgents, if you don't have any. So you can. I'm just using this one because these are free. And then I have the was it the Quantum character? It's Quantum. So this one's free. You can download. I got that one too. I like Quantum a lot, but this one here, it's free. You download it. This one. If you don't have it, if you wanted to practice, you can download these before you buy anything. And then you'll have the Quantum and the Insurgent. We're just going to use this Quantum one, but I had that one downloaded. Okay. FPS, Blueprints, Character, BP Player Character. That's the one you're going to want to. You're going to want to make sure you can go to the viewport to see it. So you can see the viewport. You don't need the event graph. You just need the construction script and the viewport. Now, if you go over here to your components section, you're going to see your character, capsule, mesh, and all that. What you want to do is you want to click on the mesh, not the mesh FPP, just the mesh, character mesh. It's going to highlight your character over here. Keep it clicked, go hit add, then select skeletal mesh. If you don't have it, type it in this search box right here. Hit that. Okay. Now you got to rename this to like head. Okay. Let's go over here and see how many they have in there for modular meshes, modules. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of them's a static. Okay, so we need 9 of these. So you just duplicate this. Name this one, or just duplicate it 9 times. So you got 1, duplicate, duplicate. That's actually 4. There's 9. So we have head, which is this one. So we go to arms. So we'll just rename them what the part is. So this one will be just SK arms, or you can just name it arms. I'm just going to name it what these are, just because it's just for tutorial purposes. Okay, so we'll get the backpack. And, this one. Okay. You just continue doing this. You can name them whatever you want, you know. I'm just naming them what they are here for the tutorial. If I was making this for myself, I would go into more details of each individual part that I'm going to name. But just for purposes of this, I'm going to do it this way. Now the head 8 I have to delete because it's a static mesh. So you got to go back up here and hit static mesh. Okay? And then that's for any, if you're using a static mesh, all you got to do is just make it a static. If it's a skeletal mesh for your modular piece, you would just make it modular or static or skeleton. Sorry. So now that these are made, what you do is you come over here, lead component, set leader pose component. Okay. Set leader pose component. Drag off the mesh that all your stuff's under. Drag it off here. Put it in the new leader bone. Or, yeah, right here. That. You want that to be the new leader bone. Okay. Then you start dragging all of these off except for the legs, FPP. Drag them off here. Now they're in here. Run these into the target. All of them into the target. Whatever. We won't do that one because it's a skeletal mesh. Compile and save. Go back to viewport. I'm just going to delete that one. Alright, so head. Okay. Or the regular mesh. There's this skeletal mesh. You got to remove that. So just take that to none. And then get the head. Just go over here and click the head or copy the name. And then go over here to this and hit search, paste, and there it is. It sets the head right there. Okay. So then you don't need this head here anymore because this is going to be your main head leader pose. So the mesh is actually going to be your main head. And it has to have that because all these other ones follow this as a leader. If we didn't have this set in here, all these things, these ones would just fall to the ground and wouldn't even be having the right structure. So now we got the head. Okay. Now we got to get the arms right here. Got the arms right there. So on this one, let's make that invisible. Let's click that visible and turn that off so you can see that that mesh, that regular skeleton mesh, visible. I'm gonna turn that invisible too. So there, as you can see, you have the arms. So we got, now we need to do the, which one was that? The bulletproof beige. This one. Got that. Go back over here. Put it in the skeletal mesh. Now we have the vest. It's lined up. Then we got to do this one, which is this one. And then we'll go here, put it there. Then we got to do the holster. This one. Go over here. Boom. There's the holster. And we got jeans, which would be these. Go to jeans. Boom. Okay. Then we go to patch, which would be these. That puts the patch on the back of the bag. Okay. Now you can change that patch's mesh to say whatever you want it to say. Shirt. Let's get the shirt. And there we are. Now you're fully modular. Okay. Now let's go to finding blueprints because I don't like first person. I'm third person kind of guy. But if you were going to do first person, it would be the same principle. I'm just going to go in here to use third person. Click on this variable and hit use TPP. Save it. That way when I start the game, it's always in third person. Load in, see if the modular stuff is set correctly. Okay, they're loaded. Everything's loaded. Okay. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. This is not visible for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why it's not, but whatever. Let's make another one right here. Duplicate this one. SKM head. Okay, go back over here, click on head, and then put that there. File and save. See what happens when I do that. See if the head's visible, but it's not going to be in the right spot. See it? Because it's not set. See, this is what happens if you don't set the leader bubble. See this? It won't know what to follow. See what I'm saying? So you got to go back into your construction script, drag this off. Every time you make a new piece, you got to plug it into the target right there. So if you make any more of these little pieces, like if you add watches, beards, glasses, whatever it is, you got to drag each one of them off and plug it into the target. Okay. Then now when I go into play, you can see that the head's there, but that other mesh is the actual skeleton mesh. See it? It's there now. But the skeleton, the UE skeleton is still there. So let's make this visible, invisible, compile on the regular mesh, and then hit play. And it's gone. Now you're fully modular. That's how it works. And that's exactly what you got to do. And then sometimes in these meshes themselves, you have to go in and like, if you look at the, what was it, the physical asset override, if your character doesn't take damage, you have to go in and change your physical assets. But in your capsule, usually, like your mesh here, whatever it uses for physical assets, that's how it takes damage or knows when you get shot. So if you notice that you are getting shot and you're not taking damage, or you're shooting people and they're not taking damage, it's because one of these pieces don't have any physical asset to it. You have to add physical asset to it. Whatever the game uses is what I used, and I apply it just to the mesh itself, not any of these. I just apply it to the mesh, and then it does what it does. But that's it. So now you have the idea of how to make a modular character system. If you're trying to do first person, it's pretty much the same principle as this. It's just putting the arms on the first person. So like in the first person mesh, visible is these. So basically you just got to put these as your arms. So I think you can just do it with you might be able to do it with these, I'm not sure. So we'll just do these. That might do it. I'm not sure if it will or not. You got to have ones that's built specifically for first person. Um, yeah, see, that ain't gonna work. Yeah. So then the legs the same way. You just basically do the same thing. All that is how you do it. Anyway, enjoy. Hope this guys helped you guys out. Have a good day.